Welcome to today's class. This class is called Mobilize the Thorax. And as the name says, it's going to be all about the mobility of our thoracic spine, this area where our rib cage is. So as we age, we tend to move in a less varied ways. And with that, and sitting more and really being more hunched over, we tend to lose the mobility of our thoracic spine. And this is a problem because our mobility of the thoracic spine affects the mobility of our shoulders, affects how we breathe, affects our posture. So today we are going to try to start changing that and bring a little bit more mobility, hopefully, into this area. You will need a block for this class, and we'll start right away on the block. So grab one and then place it near the top third of your mat on its middle height, and we'll get going. So come down onto the block. You're going to place your shoulder blades right on top of the block. So take a moment to find that position. And if you notice that this position of the block is too much, you can always bring the block on the lower height. But let's try it on this height first. So find your shoulder blades. So there are these flat triangular bones on the back of your the back of your ribs. And then bring the hands behind the neck, interlace the fingers, open the elbows, and then allow your head to rest into your hands. Now notice what your lower ribs are doing. They have a tendency here to just pop open. Try not to allow that to happen. Instead, bring the engagement into your core. Think of pulling those floating ribs in towards the spine. And then see if you can let the head go a little bit more, but it's supported with your hands. And this should feel pretty good. Just breathe into this area of the upper torso. Feel the ribs expanding to the sides and up. And then you can stay here or start adding a little bit of a movement, just moving side to side. And opening the side ribs a little bit more. See if you can maybe lower the head a little bit more, but keep in mind those lower ribs. Don't let them just pop up. Keep them pulling down to the spine. A couple more breaths here. Good, and then come back to center. Bring your elbows down and then slide the block away. And come down onto your back. Then bring the block in between your thighs, so the medius part of the thighs. It can be either on the thinnest side or you can bring it to a medium width, depending on how wide your hips are. So just see what feels better here for you. Back of the head is on the floor, shoulder blades are on the ground, and then bring the hands so that they're pushing into your thighs. Find a neutral pelvis. And then with an exhale, push into your feet. Use the glutes to lift the hips up. Inhale, keep that length in the low back as the hips lower down, just to hover off the floor. Exhale, push into your feet, lift the hips up, squeeze the block with your inner thighs. Inhale to lower. Now we'll add the arms. Exhale, as you lift the hips, extend the arms up over the head, but keep the floating ribs from popping out. Inhale, lower the hips, bring the arms back down towards your thighs. Exhale, lift. Keep squeezing the block. Inhale to lower. A few more like this. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Let's do one more. Exhale to lift the hips and the arms. Keep the floating ribs in, and let's bring the arms down. We're going to keep the arms down. Exhale, lift the hips up. And then stay there. So really keeping the length in the low back, tailbone is extending towards your feet. And we'll add the wrist stretch. So extend the right arm up to the ceiling, pull down with your left hand. And maybe this time you'll bring your arm over above the head, again, holding those floating ribs down. Don't let them pop up. And do your wrist stretch here. You're still squeezing the block with your inner thighs. Good. And then lift your right arm up. We're going to change the stretch. So stretching the left wrist now. And then keep it there. You can change the legs here. So you can add little pulses by squeezing the block. So squeeze and let go a bit. Squeeze and let go. Squeeze. Keep squeezing the block, and then option is to bring the left arm over the head. There's a few things happening here. Your wrist stretch, you're moving your thighs, your legs. You should really be feeling these glutes, your glutes now. You'll feel your other hips. Couple more breaths. Good. Let's bring the arms back up and then bring them down the sides of the body, and slowly hips will come down as well. Good. Keep the block where it is. We'll keep the feet where they are. Bring the hands behind the neck, interlace the fingers. So we're going into a first set of abs. Elbows will point up to the ceiling, so bring them together. Inhale here. With an exhale, lift the head and the shoulder blades off the floor. Pull the belly down, squeeze the block. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Pulling the belly down, pulling the floating ribs down. Inhale and lower. One more time like that. Exhale to lift. You should feel your sacrum on the floor. So push the sacrum into the ground even more. Inhale and lower. Changing it up a bit. Exhale to lift. Open the elbows to the sides. Bring the elbows in. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Elbows open. Stay off the shoulder blades. Bring them back in. Inhale and lower. Another change. Exhale to lift. Open the elbows. Twist towards the left just slightly, but stay off that left shoulder blade. Come back to center. Elbows come in. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Open the elbows. Twist to the right. Stay off the right shoulder blade. Come back to center. Elbows come in. Inhale and lower. One more time like that. Exhale to lift. Open the elbows. Twist to the left. Come back to center. Elbows come in. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Open the elbows. Twist to the right. Come back to center. Elbows come in. Inhale and lower. Now move the block. Place it in line with your right hip on its highest height. And you can keep the right knee bent. Turn both knees to the right and then place your left knee on top of the block. You're going to come all the way towards the right, so your palms are touching here. And as you inhale, start sliding the left arm to the left. So opening through your chest. Gentle twist here. And then exhale, bring it back. So inhale again, slide that arm to open. Exhale, bring the left arm back. So your palms are touching again. A few more like this. Inhale to open. Exhale to bring it back. And again, open. And back. Let's do one more. Inhale, open. And back. Come through center, and then we'll switch sides. So block comes to the outside of the left hip, your knees turn towards the left. You'll place the right knee on top of the block. Bring the palms together, and let's inhale, open the right arm this time towards the right. Keep those floating ribs in. Exhale, bring the palms to touch again. Inhale to open. Exhale, close. Keep going. Let's do one more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And come back to center. We're going to place the block to the side. We're not going to use it anymore. Extend the legs up towards the ceiling, second set of abs. Hands will come behind the neck again. Bring the elbows in. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the belly down as you rise off the shoulder blades. So lifting the shoulder blades and the head up. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower the left leg halfway up. Bring it back up. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Hold the breath as you lower the right leg down halfway. Lift it back up. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift. Left leg lowers. Twist towards the right. Bring everything back to center. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Right leg lowers. Twist to the left. Bring everything back to center. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Lower the right leg down. Twist to the right. Come through center. Twist to the left as the right leg lowers. Come back to center. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Lower the right leg. Twist to the left. Switch the legs. Come through center. Twist to the right. Come back to center. Inhale and lower. One more change. Exhale to lift. Right leg lowers. Twist to the left. Through center. Switch. Twist to the right. And again, through center. Switch. Twist to the left. Center. Twist to the right. Center. Inhale and lower. Last time, the other side. Exhale to lift. Left leg lowers. Twist to the right. Switch. Twist to the left. Switch to the right. Switch to the left. Center and lower. You can bring the knees into your chest. Maybe rock gently side to side. And we'll make our way up into a tabletop. So come onto your hands and knees. Find your triple S. So align your sacrum, your scapula, your back of the head. You can look up and then bring the chin in. Let's place the left hand back of the neck. Your left elbow is straight in line with your shoulder, so shooting straight towards the left. Inhale, lift the elbow up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down towards the floor. Again, inhale to open the elbow up. Exhale, bring it down. More like this. Inhale to open. Keep your triangle engaged or your diamond. Inhale down. And one more time up and down. Making this movement a bit bigger. So inhale with the whole arm, left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle, but just lower the elbow to touch the ground, and then inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, lower elbow briefly touches the floor. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time leave your shoulder on the floor and then pull. So you can stay here or think of pulling your left arm into your left shoulder. So it's not going to move, but energetically it will. And this might just bring a little bit of a deeper stretch into that left shoulder. Breathe here. Good, and then push into your right hand. One more time, inhale, lift the left arm up. And exhale, bring the hand down. Let's do the other side. Right hand will come behind the head. So push the head into your hand. Your elbow is lined with the shoulder. Inhale, lift the elbow up. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale up. And down. Your pelvis is not moving. Up. Down. One more time. Inhale up. And down. Let's make it bigger. Inhale, lift the whole right arm up. Exhale, thread it under your left. Shoulder touches. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. Just touch briefly. Inhale up. And down. Last time, inhale, arm reaches up. And then thread it under. Keep the shoulder down. Place your right ankle onto the floor. And then pull the right arm back into the right shoulder. Good. Let's push into the left hand. Bring both hands, both wrists under the shoulders. And we'll do a barrel roll here. So see if you can start moving your torso to really that rib area. Start moving it around to the side, up, the other side, and down. So pick a direction and just move. So you're really not moving in your elbows or anywhere else, just your torso. Let's switch the directions. So go down to the other side and up. Mobilizing the thoracic spine here. Really, most of the spine. Good. And come back to center. Going into a dolphin. So pick the hand position that works for you. Tuck the toes under, relax the neck, lift the knees up. And then lift the left leg off the floor. Good. Now we won't do much here. We're just gonna move that left leg over towards the left and then start lowering and lifting the right heel. Every time the right heel lifts, think of pulling that right thigh bone into your hip. So really, you'll feel the engagement of your lower belly as you do that. Mobilizing that foot a bit more. Good. And then bring your left leg back to center and lower it down. Switching sides, lift the right leg up, move it over towards the right, and then start lowering and lifting the left heel. And again, think of bringing the left thigh bone into your hip as the heel comes up. If your hands are interlaced, make sure you're not gripping them. And also make sure your floating ribs are in, so you haven't let them collapse towards the floor. Let's bring the right leg back to center and place it down. Bring the knees down, come onto your hands, and make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to come up. We'll go into our first sun salutations. So this one is going to be regular, just to start moving a little bit more. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Keep the floating ribs in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands come to the floor. Step the right foot back, lower the knee and the top of the foot. Inhale, lift the arms up, push into the top of the right foot. Exhale, hands come to the floor, step back into a plank. Lower the knees, lower all the way down. Keep the heads of the arm bones lifted. Inhale, pull the hands back for baby cobra. Exhale, push into downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward. Lower the left knee and the top of the foot. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Your sides of the bodies lift up. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, rise all the way up the other side. Exhale, hinge the hips as you fold. Step the left foot back, lower the knee and the top of the foot. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back into plank. Lower the knees, lower all the way down. Keep the shoulders up. Inhale, pull the hands back for baby cobra. Exhale, push up and back, down dog. Stepping the left foot forward, lower the right knee and the top of the foot. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands come down. Now we're going to modify this a little bit more. Starting the same. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Lengthen the sides of the body. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Hands come to the floor. Step the right foot back. Lower the knee, but not the toes. Inhale, lift up. Push into the ball of the right foot. Tighten your right glute. Hands will come on top of the shoulders, and then start bringing the elbows up and back. So up and over to the back. This is mobilizing our shoulders, but since you're slightly turning here as you move, you're also mobilizing the thoracic spine. A couple more. Good. Let's place the hands onto the floor. Step back into a plank. Lower the knees. Lower all the way down to the floor. Bring the hands wide. Come onto the tips of the fingers and create these, call them spider fingers here. Inhale, start guiding the shoulder blades toward each other as you lift the chest up. You're pulling your lower belly in slightly to protect the low back, and the tailbone's wrapping down towards your feet. Good, and let's slowly lower. Hands come back under the shoulders and push back and up into down dog. You can walk your feet in just a little bit, and now with an exhale, swivel your knees towards the right as your heels go to the left, and then bend into your knees. Then inhale, come through center, straighten the legs, and then go the other way. Knees go to the left, hips to the right. And then again, center, knees to the right, hips to the left. Come through center, knees to the left, hips to the right. One more time each side, center, and bend. One more time, center, and bend. Let's come back to center. Inhale, lift your left leg up for three-legged dog, and then pull the left knee in towards the chest. Step the foot in between the hands, and then walk the hands over towards the side of the mat. So bringing the hands right under your shoulders, your back is nice and long. You can have the knees bent here. Feet are parallel. And then again, start shimmying your ribs side to side here. You can even relax your neck, but keep the ribs moving side to side as best as you can. Try not to move at the pelvis. Couple more. Good. And then walk the hands towards the back of the mat. Lower the left knee and the top of the foot. Inhale, lift the arms up, and then bring them on top of your shoulders. So now we've switched sides, switched directions, and we're gonna again bring the elbows up and over. So really we're just finishing up this round, only facing the other way. Challenging the brain a little bit more. A couple more here. Try not to let those floating ribs pop up. Good, and then bring the hands on either side of the right foot. Step the left foot in. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, let's do the other side. Hinge at the hips, hands come down. Step the left foot back this time. Lower the knee, but not the toes. Inhale, lift up. Changing the arms a little bit here. We'll bring them behind the neck, interlace the fingers. Elbows are open. Inhale, lean the head into your hands. Exhale, bring the elbows together as you round through your upper back. So don't really pull on your head. You're just guiding it. Inhale to open. Push the head into the hands. Keep the floating ribs in as you open across the chest. Exhale, elbows come in, you round in between the shoulder blades, so that upper back area. Couple more, inhale to open. Exhale, round. One more, open and round. Let's open, bring the hands under the shoulders, step back into a plank. Lower the knees, lower all the way down. Keep the shoulders up and then bring the hands wide for those spider fingers. Inhale, lift the chest up, gently squeezing the shoulder blades together as you pull your belly button up and glutes are slightly engaged. Let's lower down, hands under the shoulders, push up and back for down dog. We'll do those swivels again. So walk the feet in if you want a little bit. And this time the knees will go towards the left first, the hips to the right. And then through center and switch. And again through center, switch. Center, switch. One more time each side, come through center. And last time. Come back to center, inhale, lift the right leg up for three-legged dog. And then bend the knee, pull it into chest, step the foot down. Walk the hands over towards the long edge of the mat, paralleling the feet. And this time, we're going to change this a little bit. So rather than staying here and just moving your rib side to side, you're going to add the legs. So bend one knee at a time. And then start moving side to side, and you can even start sliding your hands along the mat. So really free up the movement a little bit here in your upper body as your knees keep alternating. So you bend one and then the other. As you're bending the knees, make sure that you're guiding your hips back in space and not allowing the knees to come over the toes. Good. Just a couple more. And next time you bend your left knee, keep going towards the front of the mat. Pivot the feet, lower the right knee. Inhale, lift up. Again, bring the hands behind the neck, interlace the fingers, open the elbows to inhale. Exhale, bring the elbows together, puff up in between the shoulder blades. Inhale to open, lean your head into your hands. Exhale, close the elbows in. Two more, inhale, open and close. Last one, open and close. Come back to center. Hands will come on either side of the left foot. Step the right foot in. Inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, hands come down to the heart center. And let's make our way into a tabletop. One more time. So wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We'll do a few rounds of cats and cows. So inhale to relax the chest towards the floor, lengthen the crown of the head up, tailbone tilts up. Exhale, round in between the shoulders. Chin comes gently towards the chest. Couple more, inhale. Move with your own breath, exhale to round. So move as fast or as slow as you'd like. Two more. Last one. And as you come into your cat, stay there. So really keep the cat. And then lower your hips towards the heels as you keep this opening through your upper back. Good. From here, widen your knees slightly. Walk the hands more forward for extended child's pose. Keep those floating ribs in from dropping towards the floor, and we'll walk the hands over towards the left. So adding a side body stretch. And opening those side ribs on the right side a little bit more. Send the right hip towards the heel. Good. And then walk the hands through center and over to the other side. Towards the right, left hip is going towards the left heel. And bring the hands back to center. Walk them back towards your knees, and then bring them together. Hips will come to either side, and the legs come forward. You can come down onto your back and find your Shavasana. So you can extend your legs. Try to keep the neutral pelvis even here. So extend the tailbone towards the floor, palms turn up. Relax your body and relax your mind. So you can feel free to pause the video and stay here in Shavasana as long as you want. Otherwise, gently bring the knees, bend the knees. If they're not bent already, bring them into your chest. Gentle rock. And then you can bring the knees over to the right and slowly make your way up. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I hope that you're feeling a little bit mobile in your upper body. And if you did find this useful and enjoyable, please like this video, comment, let me know how you found it, and let others know about it. And hope to see you again soon. Bye.